Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, I'm going to be telling you the updated best new ways to make money in Red Dead Online. So since Rockstar made their week 1 changes, there have been some interesting developments in terms of what's the best way to go about making money, gold bars, and experience in Red Dead Online. And this, of course, is subject to change. When you guys are seeing this video, it's Saturday, December 8th. So just be sure to check back every now and then as methods might change, Rockstar might add new content, and so on. So the first big thing Rockstar says they introduced in this patch update is they increased the cash and gold payments across free roam missions, free roam events, story mode missions, showdown series modes, and more. So I wanted to test out all of these for myself just to see how much money you could end up making. And it does seem as if it is a significant improvement from what it was on day 1. So let's start with the showdown series. How lucrative is a game mode like this? Well, it all sort of depends. Are the cash and gold payouts better no matter where you finish? Well, the answer to that, of course, is yes, but this is really going to depend on how well you do in the mode. So if you're the MVP, or if you find yourself on the winning team, or on the podium, where your first, second, or third place finish, you're going to be making a lot of money here. Just like how it was in Grand Theft Auto Online, the better you finish in something, the better your reward is going to be. So I noticed that for finishing in first place, or being on the winning team, or being close to the top, for doing a showdown series, I would earn roughly around $20 to $30, sometimes even more than that if I was on the winning side. Now, I noticed that the maximum amount of gold, at least that I've gotten so far, has been 8 gold nuggets. You'll see it is 0.08 on the screen. And then the XP can range from anywhere from 300 to 500 to 600, which is really good because most of these game modes aren't taking longer than 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes to complete. So that's really good money, really good gold, and really good experience for only being in a mission for that long of a time. So the Showdown series have significantly improved. But once again, it really all comes down to how well you're doing. So I would recommend that you compete in these missions with other teammates or posse members or friends to improve the chance of you winning these. Now, there are some free-for-all events that happen in this as well. So that's sort of the risk you take here. Yes, it's really lucrative, but it's more lucrative if you're winning. Now, I am definitely not the best PvP player in Red Dead Online, not by a long shot, but I was able to find myself winning, 1 out of 2, 1 out of 3, especially if I was on a team with other really good players. So I did find this to be pretty lucrative, but that will all come down to your own personal preference. So that's something to keep in mind right there. The next thing that we tested here was a replay of the story mode missions, and this seemed to be really good too. Now, it is going to depend on the story mission that you ultimately do. That depends on the payout, the gold, and the XP. But I found this very similar to the Showdown series. Now, I noticed it paid out a little bit less money. I think this one was around $15 to $20 per replay, whereas the Showdown series can net you upwards of $20 to $30. The XP was still really good, anywhere from 300, 400, 500, 600, and I noticed that I was roughly getting around the same amount of gold nuggets. Really, the most gold nuggets you're going to get from doing something like this, at least all the mission opportunities, is going to be around 8. I noticed that I was getting about 4 to 8 per, which is not bad, considering, once again, you can do one of these every, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. But it's not amazing like finding a treasure hunt, obviously. So the story mode missions are still really good. The only problem with these is you kind of get bored of them quickly, especially if you've done them multiple times. But at least now, if you're helping out your friends or your crew members complete these missions, you'll be rewarded sort of properly, which is quite nice. Another thing that got boosted was the free roam stranger missions. These are quite nice. I think they're fun to do sort of on the go whenever I find myself next to one of those orange markers. You can load up and you can do a stranger mission. These pay out a little bit better. They're not amazing. You get anywhere from $7 to $10 to $11 or $12. But before that, you were only getting like $1, $2, or $3. So it is a nice bump. You're also getting a nice experience bump too, which is really good. This isn't amazing for gold bars, but the fact that you can stay in free roam, that really doesn't shock me. The free roam events were sort of hit or miss for me. I've never actually won these because all the ones that I've got have been either super tough or they've been like these massive free-for-all style events where just the objective was not getting played and it just turned into a giant team deathmatch. So I can't really judge the free roam events. The one I did participate in, even though I didn't win, I still got a decent amount of money, XP, and gold. So it's not bad. The problem with these is I feel like it really takes away from my momentum and rhythm. Like you get teleported to this random spot on the map and, if you don't win, then it sort of sets you back a little bit. So that does sort of vary, but once again, it's going to be based off if you win or lose or what place you ultimately finish in. So I would say that that is a big improvement. And if you're confident in your own abilities and you're willing to bet on that, it is a great way to make money, gold, and rank up. Now let's talk about probably the big money-making opportunity before this latest patch, and that was hunting and fishing. So is hunting and fishing still worth it in terms of making money in Red Dead Online? The answer to that is yes. It's just a little bit less profitable. So fish actually took the biggest hit here. Now sockeye salmon, steelhead trouts, those aren't going to sell for $4.25. They sell for $2.50, whereas some of the other fish like smallmouth bass and largemouth bass are going to sell for $2 each. So they did get a little bit of a nerf, but it still can be pretty lucrative if it's something you just do and collect over time. I mean, you can gather 10 of each kind. So let's say, for example, you were to gather 10 sockeye salmon, 10 smallmouth bass, 10 steelhead trout, and 10 largemouth bass. Well, that would allow you to get $90 right then and there. So if you want to just fish, come back, do some more fish, do some more, you can turn it in once you have a total of 40 fish, and that will give you $90 altogether. So it's not terrible, but it's not just super amazing like it was. Now, I noticed that hunting for pelts and carcasses, this took a little bit less of a hit. Like, there's still amazing animals that you can hunt, like a perfect buck pelt and perfect carcass is going to get you $10+. Same with some of those exotic legendary animals like panthers and cougars, stuff like that. I think the biggest animals that took a hit here has to be like the farm animals, so like sheeps, pigs, stuff that you'll see in like the Valentine area, because I think Rockstar saw that was like way too easy to just like slaughter those animals and turn them in. So I think that those actually got a little bit of a nerf. But at the end of the day, hunting is still very profitable. It's still very valuable. And what I've been doing is not necessarily focusing on like pelts and stuff like that, but if I see like a rabbit on the side of the road, or I see some birds in the air, or some herons or some spoonbills, what I'll do is I'll actually hunt them. I'll put their pelts and anything else I find in the satchel. And by the way, meats and feathers and stuff don't decay in the satchel. You can keep it in there as long as you want. And then whenever I'm at a butcher, I'll just turn everything in. And it turns out to be a nice little payday. So instead of hunting and fishing, now something that I do like every day because I have to make money, it's something I do because I want to, and over time it starts to add up. So that's sort of the change that Rockstar has made there. Now, another thing you should take advantage of, or you should have been taking advantage of, is anytime Rockstar hands out free money. So we saw them deposit us 15 gold bars, which was crazy, $250. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already received that by now. Also, you might have received an alert message that looks like this. It's a refund for some of the items you might have purchased at higher prices that have now been reduced. So even though that's not really like earning money, you're just getting money back, it still is nice, and now you can spend that on something else. So obviously getting free money is great, and it does certainly help the cause. And thankfully, at least as of right now, Rockstar has not changed anything to treasure maps, which if you can find them is still like the most lucrative way to get gold bars, money, and experience. I mean, there's no faster way to get gold bars in game other than finding one of those treasure maps. And for this, you simply just want to hunt gang hideouts and ambushes. So that's actually another thing that will provide these treasure maps for you, is ambushes, and they happen at random spots of the map. Like, you'll notice you'll be hunting or fishing, and then all of a sudden you won't be able to like cast your fishing rod out. Well, that's because you're getting ambushed, and then like a bunch of enemies will surround you at once. It's the exact same thing as a gang hideout. You're going to get a bunch of NPCs coming at you, and once you've cleared all of them, the in-game screen alert will say that you've cleared them, and if you loot all the bodies, bodies, there's a good chance you find the treasure map. You'll also find treasure maps by ranking up every 5 ranks. So a lot of the things I've told you about today, like doing the free roam missions, replaying the story mode missions, it's a great way to rank up. And the quicker you rank up, the faster you get treasure maps, which just means you'll be able to get them more often, you'll get more gold. And what's great is some of the things I didn't know about is sometimes treasure maps will have pamphlets and other rare items outside of the gold and the money. And that's something that's pretty cool. I hope I come across a treasure map or a treasure hunt sometime soon that gets me one of those pamphlets, because those are expensive. They're like $400 or $500. So getting one of those would be amazing. But anyways, that's all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today. That right there is the best new way to make money in Red Dead Online, or new ways to make money in Red Dead Online. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What are your thoughts, opinions, and more on not only the ways that I mentioned in this video, but also maybe some things that I didn't include that you think would be worthwhile for other people to know? Let us know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comments down below. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.